room, he faced off with the Jackson family, but let's not call it a face-off because not once did he look over at the Jackson family. There was Catherine Jackson, Michael's father, Joe, brothers Randy, Jackie, Jermaine, and Tito, and also his sister, LaToya. Now, the interesting part of the day came when it got to the bail part of the hearing, and the prosecution wanted the bail set at $300,000. They considered Conrad Murray a flight risk. The defense said it should stay at $25,000. Now, Judge Keith L. Schwartz set it at $75,000. When he did that, Jermaine Jackson looked down at me and he said, BS. The Jackson family was not happy with the fact that bail was set at $75,000. They felt it should be set much higher, and they want real justice to come out of this. Just as many of the Jackson fans who were standing outside. Conrad Murray, very quiet.
They want real justice. Has anybody told them Conrad Murray is only charged with involuntary manslaughter? That is the lowest possible charge. In fact, in a lot of jurisdictions, you can get straight probation for involuntary manslaughter. Now, this is a doctor that by all accounts hooked Michael Jackson up to one of the most powerful sedatives that there is, propofol, and left him unattended until he died. He lay there in his bed and died with an IV stuck up his arm.
Well,
Why
Nancy, that's one of the reasons
manslaughter?
why the Jackson family is upset. That's one of the reasons why the Jackson family is upset. They feel the same way. They don't think it should be involuntary manslaughter. But, of course, Conrad Murray's team says, listen, this was an accident. And they say that they're going to present evidence that will show that...
Wait. Unleash the lawyers. We are taking your calls live tonight. With me, Robin Sachs, former prosecutor, said to be in the courtroom today until the Jackson entourage took her seat. Raymond Giudice, veteran defense attorney, Atlanta. Alex Sanchez, renowned defense attorney, New York. And special guest, Brian Oxman, attorney for Joe Jackson, joining us out of L.A. Listen, this is what I always say when we talk to a jury about a crime being an accident. Raymond Giudice, let's just say, for instance, was it an accident? You went there that day and you ignored, you disregarded every protocol you learned in medical school. Was it an accident you hooked him up? Was it an accident you left him there for hours upon hours while you chatted away with your girlfriend on the cell phone? Was that an accident? Was it an accident that you never checked on him? Was it an accident you waited until you called 911? Take a look at it. Raymond Giudice, you're the defense attorney. Where's the accident?
Well, it seems like the district attorney's office thinks there's an accident. They're the ones that charge them.
I'm asking you, Ray.
Here's what the accident is. The accident is that this doctor had no idea of all the chemicals that were in Michael Jackson's body from God knows how many other doctors, how much abuse of these medicines he had taken. He had no idea that the propofol would mix with those medicines, and I think the state can't show causation. That's why there's no malice.
Put him up.
Put me up.
This was his live-in doctor. He had seen Jackson's body. He saw all those track marks on him. He knew the state of his health. Don't tell me he didn't know. Try to do a little better, Alex Sanchez, than Giudice did.
Well, you know, the district attorney and the grand jury heard all of this evidence. And after 6 months of hearing all this evidence, those are the charges they returned. So all those statements you made a little while ago about accident here and all the negligent behavior, the grand jury heard it, they made a decision, and they decided to charge him with one single count.
Alex, I appreciate your reiteration as a historian, but I asked you about how this could possibly, in light of the facts, be an accident. Robin Sachs?
Well, first of all, this was not even a grand jury hearing. This case was filed by complaint. It's going to preliminary hearing. So this wasn't even a box of grand jurors deciding. This was a safety move by the LADA's office. They wanted to make sure they could charge. They only charged one count, the least amount of charges that are possible. And frankly, I think they're scared to lose.
You know what? You can't go into it that way, Brian Oxman. I mean, you've tried enough cases. Brian Oxman, the day that you're afraid you're going to lose and that affects your strategic decisions at trial, you need to hang it up. You need to go hang it up and go do something else. You know, find another vocation, teach, be a researcher, but don't get in the courtroom if you're afraid.
Absolutely right, Nancy. I listen to this and I hear people who are gun shy, people who can't look at the facts. Take a look at what this case is. A doctor repeatedly administered an anesthesia drug like it was Sleepies, a sleep medication to put him to sleep.
Where did this guy go
Ridiculous.
to medical school? Brian, where did he go to medical school?
He apparently went to medical school at a foreign school. I'm not sure of his background, Nancy, but I do know in this case, it is beyond the standards of the state of California. The California Medical Board just announced in the last few minutes that they are going to be suspending his license during the pendency of this. And I was thinking, would I take my children?
Now suspending his license? I thought that was a done deal.
No, just now.
He's had the ability to sedate people since Jackson died. Now, hold on.
Yes, he did.
Oxman, don't let you and I get too cozy about this, because I never said Michael Jackson did not commit child molestation. Okay?
I hear you, Nancy.
That's not what this is about.
You and I have disagreed on this, but the facts are the facts here.
That doesn't make this right.
Correctamundo.
Okay, everybody, I've got in my hand, it's apparently Meharry Medical College in Nashville, Tennessee. He got out in 1999. That's all I know about his education. We are taking your calls live out to Micheal in Illinois. Hi, Micheal.
Hi, Nancy. Yes, I'm with you all the way, Nancy. This is just total outrage in my book.
Ridiculous.
This is just, you know, he was so negligent, and what's it going to take for these guys to start pulling these doctors' licenses? They're out there killing people like Michael Jackson, and the rest of us don't have a hope.
Well, you know, Micheal, I don't think pulling his license is enough. Of course he wasn't afraid to turn himself in. Why should he be? He's looking square in the eyes of straight probation. I'm surprised he didn't skip and dance into the courthouse.